What's up, everybody? We're here today in Dubai. We are going to be visiting an amazing aquarium.
How much does it cost?
Probably a house.
You could buy a house. You build aquariums for princes, sheiks, kings.
The Dubai Hills. Pretty high security.
Yes, sir. Who's 11? Where is your permit for video?
We're about to get picked up by James, and he's going to be giving us a tour. Are you James? No. Are you James? No. James?
Change?
James.
Change money?
No, not change money. James. Are you James?
No.
Where is James? Friendly. We're on just the corner. It's a good thing that their street signs are in English as well as Arabic. James?
Yes.
Are you James?
No.
Oh no, sorry. Oh, there he is. You are James. What's going on? You are James.
I am.
He's with RedFin Aquarium Design Group.
We build large-scale custom aquariums all over the world. Public aquariums, super high-end villas, palaces, residential. So I'm going to take you to one of the first major projects which we did. We built this tank about 4 years ago. The owner of the villas is away at the moment. He's in Europe. He was nice enough to let us have a look at the tank.
Amazing. So basically the parents are out of the house and we're throwing a party. I feel like if this is like the cash cab, the coral cab, you know, when like the lights go off and everything.
So there's a few very high-end residential areas in Dubai. We're going to Dubai Hills. Have a look at this villa. It's pretty impressive.
Ooh, there's a gate or what's going on?
Main entrance, sir. Because they have also Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed house.
Living in Dubai Hills.
Yes, sir.
So it's pretty high security.
Yes, sir. Why these videos? Do you have permit for this?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Let me see. Where is your permit for video?
Wow, welcome to the Dubai Hills.
It's quite green. It's not really what you think of when you think of Dubai, is it?
No.
Sand and desert.
All right, so we've made it to the location. What are we about to see inside?
A huge aquarium.
All right.
We are now inside the villa. Looks like we have to pass by a lot of very mean and angry pieces of artwork. You have the Hulk, got a mean looking jaguar right here. And then, what's this guy's problem? James, why is he so mad?
Should be relaxed watching that aquarium all day long.
Yeah, you'd think like sitting right here, this might be the most therapeutic, relaxing spot in the world. Calm down, guy.
But it's a pretty cool tank, eh?
Wow, this is amazing. This is so cool. How big is this aquarium?
2.5 meters tall, 4.5 meters long, and a meter deep.
I mean, it's actually amazing. Like, I've never seen an aquarium with this shape before. It's so tall and skinny. Almost like a perfect reflection of my physique. Yeah, probably the cameras right now can't actually capture just how large this aquarium is. Because of its height, it makes you just feel puny. We're pretty tall guys. This is so tall.
So what they wanted to capture with it as well is a lot of negative space, a lot of open space. Have the fish basically floating in midair.
Minimalist.
Yeah, very minimalist and just very open.
You guys know what you're doing when it comes to design. This is one of the most modern, sleek looking designs that I've ever seen in a home for an aquarium. It does function just as good as it looks. This is 4 years old?
Yeah, it's been running for about 4 years, yeah.
So you would know by now if something was wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
There's at least 20, maybe up to 40 saltwater fish in here. Some Moorish idols, yellow tangs, blue tangs, 2 different types of triggerfish. You got some puffer fish, but definitely the most expensive fish that they have in here. The gem tang. This is an unbelievable fish.
It's been in there for a good few years though. These fish came in when they were this sort of size and now they're almost fully grown.
There are some big fish in here. So this is acrylic.
Yeah, it's acrylic.
You can see right here, wow.
That's 100 mil thick. Glass actually has a bit of a green tint, so if you're looking at glass of this thickness, it would have a real strong tint to it, whereas acrylic is almost perfectly transparent. If you go down the other end of that, you can see down 4.5 meters and it's still clear. Can you see my hand if you look down the acrylic there?
I can, yes I can. The tank actually is a room divider and we can walk all the way around it into the other room. All the aquariums you guys build at RedFin, are they all acrylic?
Yeah, pretty much. Anything over about a meter tall, we use acrylic. It's safer, especially for anything that height. You don't want it kind of exploding and flooding the room. And also, one of the best things with acrylic is after a certain amount of time, you're always going to get scratches in an aquarium. Glass aquarium, once it's scratched, there's not a lot you can do about it. But an acrylic aquarium, you can actually just go in and polish it and bring it back to as it was new. An acrylic aquarium will have a much longer lifespan. That's why they use them in public aquariums.
So the acrylic actually lasts a lot longer than a glass aquarium. You
guys are one of the only aquarium design companies that actually makes aquariums this big in the Middle East, right?
We specialize in obviously much bigger tanks. We do a lot of work with public aquariums, villas like this, restaurants, hotels, anywhere that really needs a larger tank and they need a team who's experienced in working with large-scale construction projects. Full-time design team, we have structural engineers, mechanical engineers.
Tell me about these gray pillars. Do they have like a purpose for structural reinforcement?
No, so this is something that the architects wanted, basically to tie in the floor and the stone finish of the room. And what we've done is we've hidden some of the intakes into there to drop the water down into the filtration system, which is in the floor below. But I think it works quite well.
What does it cost to build something like this?
You could probably buy a very nice car or even possibly a house for the cost of building this aquarium. I can't go into details of exactly how much it cost, but yeah, it's significant. So one of the most expensive parts is the acrylic. Very good quality acrylic like this with the super clear bonds. It costs a lot. That's probably 50% of the cost of the whole tank.
Was this aquarium built when the whole house was built, or was it put in after?
It was built with the house, yeah. So we got involved very early on with the architect. They got in touch with our design team. We built some 3D models and renders to show how it would look. When it came in, there was kind of no door. It was just an empty concrete shell. I brought it through, dropped it on a steel frame in place, and then boarded it up. Finished off the rest of the house. Once the house was finished, then we opened the boarding back up and started setting the tank up.
Wow.
So it's important to get a tank this size in early, otherwise quite often you can't get it through the door.
How long does it take from ordering an aquarium like this to actually getting it here and finished?
Normally about a year. We can speed it up, but by the time you go through all the back and forth on the design process, 3 to 4 months of the construction of the tank, then shipping the tank, that normally takes about a month, around about a month of installation then, and then you've got your general cycling before you start adding the fish. You know, a year is pretty comfortable for us.
Right now, RedFin is designing aquariums for what's going to be the largest aquarium in the world. What's it like to do that kind of a project? That's an enormous undertaking.
So that's a lot more involved than, you know, working with an architect on a project like this. There's a lot of structural engineering. We have to do a huge structural engineering report on every tank.
We may have some people that are going to hate on the artificial coral. Can you talk about why you guys decided to go with that?
So I'm a lover of live coral, but in a tank like this, it's just not always possible. One of the things is the depth of the tank and having the amount of light penetration to make the corals grow at these sort of depths. A lot of our clients are just very much focused on the fish. This client in particular really loves the fish. Quite often these type of clients have a maintenance team that comes into the house, and they prefer them to come in generally once a week rather than with a live reef that would pretty much have to be there, you know, every day coming in and tinkering.
Guys, this is what the owner wanted, okay? Don't blame James. At the end of the day, it's better for the coral. I know you've built aquariums sometimes for princes, sheiks, kings, queens. How involved or uninvolved are the owners?
You're building a large building like this and you speak to a lot of the other contractors and they're like, oh, they're not interested in the flooring or the lighting or the doors, but they always want to know about the aquarium. So generally they are quite involved. The normal question is the fish. They want to have a lot of involvement in the fish stocking and choose specific fish. You know, they're generally very busy people, but then they will be the first people to tell you if they notice one of their fishes is swimming funny or, you know, has a slight eye infection or is looking skinny. They really know every fish, very close connection with the fish in the aquarium.
I think a lot of people could probably relate.
How does someone clean this aquarium?
They put a ladder up and a diver goes inside. As you can see, they do a pretty good job. The aquarium's always spotless.
Yeah, the sand is like perfectly clean. It's a tight squeeze. Wow. Down here, I see a little like secret door. Is there like an elf that lives under here and just like...
That's just for access to some of the pipes which go down to the basement.
Shall we check that out?
We'll have a look at the filtration room downstairs, where you can see all the equipment used to run this thing. Here we have the filtration room.
Oh wow. The filtration room takes on the same shape as the aquarium.
We just kept it tight as space as possible.
First of all, it's very pretty. I'll see amazing tanks, then we go down to the maintenance room and it looks still pretty scattered and chaotic. Like, this is very organized, probably the nicest filtration room I've seen.
We've tried to keep it very simple. We've got saltwater mixing tank, here's your control system, got a feeding system here. Close this valve, open this one, and the food drops into the return line, shoots up through the pipes into the tank.
That emergency stop button is looking at me.
It's a small,
I'll press it.
just in case.
Sorry guys, okay, we'll get back to the tour now.
Your main return pump here, got a large UV sterilizer here.
Yep.
Those pathogens in the water. So as the water comes down, this is the drain line from the main tank, which runs down inside one of those columns, which you saw. And this chamber is just large bag filters. This is your little protein skimmer here. We always go pretty big on the protein skimmer.
Yeah, this thing is massive. This is a 7-foot tall protein skimmer. Jeez.
Get a good protein skimmer on there. It makes your life a lot easier with maintaining the tank. Then we've just got a trickle filter in here to get rid of the micro bubbles, remove your ammonia and nitrate from the water. And underneath you have a load more kind of high density ceramic media. We've got a chiller on here, obviously for Dubai temperatures. Ozone injection, which helps clarify the water.
Oh, and maybe that's the
Ozonizer.
secret sauce behind that crystal clear, beautiful clarity.
Yeah, I'll have to hide that from you.
Trade secrets down here.
So it's a relatively straightforward filtration system. There's not a lot to it. As you said, it's been working for 4 years
Very well done. Looks really cool.
and it works.
And it works. Nice.
How do you know about Coralfish 12G?
Originally, well, from the cubic jellyfish tank, which we sent you guys, which I remember you set up in university, and since then I've been a big fan.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for showing us the aquarium. We'll see you guys in the next one. George, out.